kind of terrified of what lies ahead, and I got very thirsty and jealous, and I wound up buying it last night on Blackwell's. I just need to not quit. Libra brain is like, what to do, what to do. But anyway, that's not your problem, that's mine. I'll see you guys in bed. Hi everybody, it's Audrey. Welcome back to Chapter and Converse. Welcome to Saturday morning. So I decided to try and do a vlog this weekend. If I had a nickel, I don't know if I even mentioned this in another video since I filmed all of like nothing in November. I tried to start writing vlogs, life vlogs, whatever vlogs, multiple times in the month of November, and I never really got past this point. Like I maybe filmed like some of me writing and then that was it. But it is December 2nd. NaNoWriMo is over, National Novel Writing Month for anyone who doesn't know what that is. And I wrote for 29 of 30 days, which I feel super jazzed about, which I think I already talked about this in my December most anticipated video. So if you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. And if you have, thank you so much. But I'm still writing. I wrote this morning. We had a Rebel write-in this morning. It's technically not an official Sisters in Crime write-in day, but one of the hosts, we did a Rebel one today, which was fun. So still writing. My stretch goal is to finish this draft by the end of the year. So 30 days, right? Because it's the 2nd and there's 31 days in December. So I'm in a good place in terms of, so I'm rewriting. I rewrote through Nano. I rewrote linearly, but there's still some gaps to backfill, which is totally fine. But I'm kind of at the point in my rewrite where it's getting hard. It's kind of the point that I've been avoiding when I've been working on this. So I have like, I'm here and I need to get here, and I have here written, which may or may not change, but it's like this whole section in between. I literally wrote myself up to the hardest part, which is totally fine. I just need to not quit. So I'm really gonna try to push through and get it done by the end of the year. So it's not a ride or die, like it doesn't have to happen, but I would like to. I said ride or die, right or die? I said ride or die. So anyway, that is a goal. But today, the goal is to get stuff done. I did a fantastic job of doing all the bare essentials in November and basically letting everything else slide. So I'm not even gonna show you what it looks like behind you and over there. And in there, it's kind of a mess. So I would like to get some sense of control. I did a brain dump last night, which was good. I did not write last night. It was the first night I didn't do anything writing related. I tuned in to the morning show. I am committed to finishing this. It's like 10 episodes, I think. I think I'm at episode 8 now, but I've been watching it for like a month-ish. I feel like I even started it in October, and not because it's not good. I just haven't made the time, haven't taken the time, have spent my time writing. So again, it's amazing what you can do when you don't do a lot else in terms of writing your book. Because I wrote, and again, it was a rewrite, so some of it was retyping, but I think I got to almost 80,000 words in a month, which is nuts. But again, it's not all new writing, so don't like be like, Audrey, you're lying. Some of it was me retyping stuff I had already written and then hand edited and then retyped. So anyway, all of that to say, I tuned into the morning show for a bit last night and I'm obsessed. I'm also late to the party because it's over, but I'm in season 3. I'm not that late to the party. I'm not going to tell you anything about anything. I'm just going to say I could not be happier to spend time with John Hamm on my TV screen. So I'm very thrilled that he is part of the season. And there are some just fantastic one-liners. Like, had some definite laugh out loud moments. I'm such a fan of Billy Crudup. he just, like, the whole time he's been on the show he has like just some tremendous one-liners. But fantastic cast, fantastic acting. They're not asking, they're acting. And yeah, so I'm hoping to finish that up on the sooner side. So anyway, that's the excitement. In terms of reading, I am currently still reading, because I feel like I mentioned this in another video, What Lies in the Woods by Kate Ellis Marshall. I'm very much enjoying it. I have also figured out through my writing process that I do not have the brain capacity to hold somebody else's story that well. So I am currently physically reading it, which I'm loving. And I also got the audiobook of it because I just want to know what's going to happen next, but I don't have the time to physically sit down and read all the time. I do plan to read a little bit later today, like maybe while I eat lunch. And then the sun is supposed to come out this afternoon. So I am planning to go for a walk. I want to say I'm like 60% into the book, so I don't know that I'm going to finish the book today, but I'm really enjoying it. This came out in January of 2023. Her new book is a current book of the month selection, which I need to place my order today. I just was waiting. I don't know. I would like to get a second book, and I don't know what I want it to be because there's too many choices for me, so I'm trying to decide. But anyway, that's not your problem. That's mine. But I'm very much enjoying this. What Lies in the Woods is her first adult thriller. So I did read Rules of Vanishing, I want to say 2 years ago when that came out, or 3 years ago. 4 years ago. It was a while ago. I really enjoyed it. It's super creepy. That's a YA book. And I have a couple more of her YA books, but I'm very much enjoying the writing. I really enjoy the characters. The short version of it, because I don't think I've explained this in any video, is the book opens. It's 3 girls, best friends. They're like 11 years old. They go and hang out and they play in the woods. And when the book opens, 2 of them come running out because one of their friends has been attacked. And then we meet, and kind of like Left 4 Dead. And then we meet the 3 women in present day because the person who, and this is like the first page of the book is what I'm telling you guys here. It's just a lot packed on the first page of the book. The man who went away for the attack, which the 3 girls testified against him, has just died in prison. And now everything is like back in the media, and they're revisiting what happened that day, and sort of questions and all sorts of things are starting to be on the rise. So this is a premise I have seen in other books and I very much enjoy. I love this challenging past memories. I love dual timelines. I love it was sort of similar in the It Girl, where the It Girl, April, is murdered. We are in present day. She was murdered when she was at Oxford. The man who went to prison for killing her died in prison, and everything starts to be like brought up again. So I just love this premise, and I'm gonna cough. So this is definitely my kind of a book, so I'm totally enjoying it. And then after that, we'll see. So I did a big, bold 10 before the end Instagram post. I keep like leaning this way, where there are 10 books plus 1, because it's me, so it's technically 11 books, that I would like to read before the end of the year. And again, it's December 2nd. I do manage my expectations, but this is the second book on my list. So we'll see. And again, it's not like that I don't have to, but I am working towards finishing my bingo board, which I'll give you a little sneak peek of where we're at here. There's a lot more gaps than I would like to have. Some of the books can be reshuffled, so we'll see. I didn't pick all of the 10 before the end books don't necessarily slot into one of these missing slots, but they're just books that I've like had on my mind or wanted to read this year. Some of them are on my 23 from 23, The Woman Inside, and I would just really like to make an effort and read them. And you know, I don't TBR, so this could turn on a dime, but we'll see what happens, because I definitely have some audiobooks from the library that I would like to read too. But all right, I'm gonna get cracking. So I am ready to go to the supermarket. It's like 9:30. I've been up since I don't know when, and then I rolled over, and then I was awake for good at 6:15 or 20 after 6. So yeah, but I'm happy to get stuff done first. So supermarket run first, because I want to get it out of the way. And then the day is my oyster. So, all right, I'll see you guys in a bit. my super awkward kitchen angle. You guys have watched one of these vlogs before, you know that my tripod only goes so high. So this is where we're at. But super successful shopping trip, mostly because it's done. And weirdly, but not questioning it, not at all crowded, which I don't feel like you ever go to a supermarket on a Saturday and find it not to be crowded. Also, street's not crowded. Is there like a thing happening maybe that I don't know anything about? I don't know, but I'll take it. So laundry is cooking. I am going to pull for the next load, getting stuff done. I was debating, like when I was driving home, because I have, I mentioned like other outdoor chores. I've got some stuff I need to return. And I was like, maybe I'll just come home, unpack, do that, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, no, do the laundry. Like get all that stuff done. And then I'll take it from there. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll just go out after my walk. I don't know why. Is it just me? I feel like when the sun goes down now, which I looked this morning because I woke up at like 20 after 6. It was pitch black outside, and I was like, when I finally got up, I was like, when does the sun actually come up? Which I should know because I'm up early every dang day. The sunrise was 7:01 this morning, which I was like, I can't even. And the sunset is at 4:27. What? I know we are working our way towards the shortest day of the year, but anyway, all that to say, there's something about me in this time of year where like when it gets dark out, it feels like midnight, and I don't want to go out. So even though it's completely conceivable to go out at 4:30 in the afternoon to run errands, I kind of don't want to do it when it's pitch black outside. So we'll see what happens. But so I'm going to just keep going on the chores, get some stuff done. I have so much to clean up, but I'm feeling very good. It's 11:52. I feel like I've already done a bunch of stuff on the list. So I'm actually going to go cross stuff off the list so I can feel super duper accomplished about it. And then, I don't know. I'll let you know when I let you know. But the sun should come out today, not tomorrow, today. So I'm really looking forward to taking a walk later and, you know, highlights of my life. Okay, it is what it is. I'm going to get cracking on the next thing on my list. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Hello. Made it out, and it is A, warmer than I thought it was going to be, and B, I'm totally fine with that. But as you can imagine, there's a lot of people out, though not right now, which is nice. So I don't know why I'm just like such a jerk that other people walk around the neighborhood. But anyway, I'm happily listening to Kate Alice Marshall. I am loving this book. And I have no idea what's going to happen, which is kind of the best thing. Although I have one theory. I was going to hold up the finger that I'm holding my phone with, which of course I'm not going to tell you because it would ruin a whole mess of stuff. But I am bookmarking the audiobook so I can go back and bookmark my book. But getting to the end of the road, literally. So I'm going to turn myself around and keep on walking. Maybe if I play my cards right, I don't know if I'm going to stay out long enough to catch that sunset. It's clouded over a ton, but that's okay. I got some good pictures, so I'm psyched about it. But man, it's beautiful outside today. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Hello, back from the walk. It was amazing. It was so good. Not that anything exciting happened, but it's not freezing cold for December 2nd, which is amazing. It was like 54, I think, when I went out. And the air felt great, and it felt great to move around. And I made a little bit of a dent to my audiobook. And I'm totally enjoying this book so very much. And yeah, it just felt really good to be out and about. So 10,000% not going out again. I have no interest. Plus, I need to do some returns, and I'm not at all prepared. And I need to try on some stuff. I bought, I fell victim to the Athleta sale, although I don't feel like I fell victim to it, but I definitely treated myself to some new stuff in the sale, and I need to try on things because I bought like some different sizes and stuff, and I just assume go back once and return everything all at the same time. So, not that I like plan to buy stuff to return it, but I did buy multiple sizes and some stuff. Anyway, and they 1000% sent me the wrong thing, which is super annoying because I can't get it anymore. So anyway, the universe, right? But what very excitingly came in the mail, matches my fluorescent shirt. This isn't warm enough to wear on its own at this time of year, but since I do like to go out, and since it does get dark at 4:30, 4:17 or whatever, these are rechargeable things that they snap and go on you. I don't know. It seemed like it was better than some other stuff, so I have to plug them in and see how they work. They got good reviews, so here's hoping. But then you don't have to deal with batteries and flashlights and stuff. I have a mini flashlight. The fact that this is the most exciting thing in my life is workout gear and things that I can wear so people don't run me over, because I want to go for walks at night and half my town doesn't have sidewalks, is probably says something. So anyway, I'm very excited about these, and we'll see how they go. We'll see how they go. So I do have a mini flashlight now. I want to be able to walk, and if I ever go for a walk after work right now, it's pitch black out. So there you go. So I'm very excited that these came, but I am going to tackle a couple more chores since I am going to stay home and not go back out again, because I am riding some pretty good momentum today and I'm feeling good about it. And then it's supposed to rain buckets all day tomorrow. It's kind of hard to tell if it's going to be downpouring rain or if it's just going to be like a perpetual drizzle. So we'll see if I big girl it and actually go out tomorrow. I don't know. But I do have a lot to tackle here, which I'm going to do. And then, as I mentioned earlier, I 1000% want to lean on in to John Hamm and the morning show this evening. Would be fantastic. So, and I got my video for tomorrow already done, so I don't even have to worry about that last minute me. I did the final touches last night, which was fantastic. I feel like I'm always like down to the wire these days, and even before these days. So what I do need to do is kind of map out a little bit for writing tomorrow. I don't want to waste valuable writing time trying to organize what I want, like where I need to be writing, like where in the book, and like organizing my notes and stuff like that. So there's no sprints tomorrow. After a month of Sisters in Crime every day, 4 times a day, and we had our cheat sprint today, I feel like I'm really going to go through withdrawal tomorrow. So I have been doing my own sprints even when I'm not on theirs, and I've been doing I don't know if they intentionally were doing it, because I think Pomodoro method is 25 on. Actually, this isn't total Pomodoro, but like 25 on, 5 off. That's how the Sisters in Crime ones work, because it's an hour long. So we do like 5-minute chit chat, 25 minutes of writing, 5-minute chit chat, 25 minutes of writing, and that gets us through the hour. So I've been doing that myself, and it's been working, and I'm just kind of gonna stick with it. So that's the excitement there. And yeah, I should clean up a bit and blah, 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 blah. I wish I had more exciting mail to show you though, but yeah. Highlight. I didn't even realize it was going to match all this. I'll be very curious how they look when they are glowing. So stay tuned for in some other vlog. And I think that's it for now. All right. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hello, happy Sunday afternoon, not quite, I think it's noon. I need to eat some lunch. I have had a really productive morning, which has been great, but I 1000% did not follow my to-do list at all. And I feel like I'm very much one of these people where like I need to go where the mood strikes, but I definitely have opened up a can of worms as I'm staring into my closet of trying to reorganize some stuff. So I wound up just like I'm wearing different stuff. I wound up trying on stuff that I got Black Friday and then switching out stuff and pulling out stuff to donate and like starting to move things around in different drawers. And I don't have enough space to like I don't have seasonal closets. Everything just lives in the same place. But what I do try to do is put in season on a lower shelf and out of season on a higher shelf. And I never really totally did a switcheroo to winter. So anyway, I'm not doing like a full-blown thing today, but I definitely went down a path that I didn't plan to go in. And I'm not wearing any socks, so I'm going to cover my feet because I hate feet. I'm going to put away this phase of the clear out because I can only do so much, and I did not intend to have it last this long. And I'm like, I don't know what time it is. There's a clock behind you. It's 12:19. So I'm going to just finish what I started, make myself some lunch because I definitely need to hit pause. But the good news is, I mean, it's all good news. So I hit/exceeded my writing count for the day. So I'm still trying to do the Nano 1667. It's going to start to get tricky. I am reaching the point where pre-Nano I had edited up to a certain point in my first draft, but I am right around the point where my editing is done. So what I'm going to need to do is edit what I've already written / fill in some gaps towards the end. So I don't know how I'm going to measure. I think I'm just going to measure time as a goal while I'm doing editing because I hand edit and then I was handwriting new scenes and it just, I mean, we'll see what happens this time, but that's what I was doing a few months ago and it worked for me, and then typing it back in again. So we'll see, but I feel good about what I wrote this morning. It was a scene that's like been placed in different parts of the book. I think it's where it should be. It's so incredibly overwritten. I am such an overwriter. It's obscene, but that again, that's, we coined NDF, next draft problem. NDP, DNF, NDP, next draft problem during our Sisters in Crime write-ins. So this is the next draft problem, but it's going good, which makes me feel excited. So that's a good thing that happened. And then the other good thing that happened is I finished my Kate Ellis Marshall book, The Covers in the Other Room. So this is What Lies in the Woods. This is her first adult novel, and I really, really loved it. So I did the mix of audio and reading it. I wound up finishing it on audio while I was doing stuff, which was not my original plan because I didn't plan to be doing all the cleanouts and stuff. Like I didn't think I was going to have time to finish it on audio, but I did. And of course, I'm not going to say anything. It is making me want to read another book on my shelf, which I don't want to say what it is because it's going to give away something that happens in here. But this is like often what happens with me with my mood reading is one book will trigger another. But since I'm really, really, really trying to do my 10 before the end, I'm going to pick up Amanda J. Atis's You're Invited next, which has nothing to do with this book. So don't worry, I'm not giving anything away. So I feel like the tagline is, yeah, what could be worse than your ex-boyfriend marrying your childhood best friend, getting accused of her murder? So this is a destination wedding, Sri Lankan wedding, and it's supposed to be fantastic. So I loved My Sweet Girl, and I'm very excited for this. So this is what's up next on my list. But this was definitely complicated female friendships, which is one of my most favorite things, you guys know. So we have past and present timelines, the girls when they are 11, and then in present day as they are revisiting the crime that brought them together as children, and they testified against the guy who went to prison. And it's really just exploring their families, their histories with each other, small town vibes, reluctant return home, lots of complicated characters. Did I say it here or did I just say it to someone in a polo? I was suspicious about something that wound up being true, but not played out in the way I thought it was going to, which I was happy about. And also things I wasn't even clued in on that happened, which I was happy about. And something that I was not, like, I used the term afraid, where I'm kind of like, oh God, I hope this person isn't the villain. And they weren't, and I was happy about that. So, if that makes sense. And I don't know why I was, that makes sense. That makes sense. But I really, really enjoyed it. And I have to say, so I've only read Rules for Vanishing. I'm not super well versed on Kate Alice Marshall, but I'm going to get a little bit more well versed in half a minute. So I do have at least one, if not two, of her YA books because I got a little excited after Rules for Vanishing and followed her. And then I just did my Book of the Month box last night. So I had a productive night last night. I edited a video from start to finish. I placed my Book of the Month order. Does that count as productive? So I ordered the new Kate Alice Marshall book. I don't want to say I was on the fence. I didn't know. I wanted to do an add-on and I wasn't sure. I wound up doing The Other Mothers by Catherine Faulkner, which I'm super excited about. But I was toying between that and the Jennifer McMahon, My Darling Girl, which came out a few months back. So I was, typical Libra fashion, overthinking it and waiting and sitting on it for a few days before I placed my order, but I did it last night, so I'm jazzed for that. And then I also maybe totally, completely placed an order on Blackwell's. So you guys know I definitely get influenced by Abby from Crime by the Book, and she had talked about, I feel like she talked about it a while ago, the new book by Ursa Surgadottir. And it's called The Prey. It's not out here, but you can get it there. And it came out in Iceland a few years ago, and now the English translation is out. So Abby had talked about the book. It is a standalone. It has like murder mystery horror vibes to it. Her first book, or not her first book, but one of her standalone books, I Remember You, has ghosty vibes to it. So I'm not sure if this is ghosty or just horror. And I mean, horror can be ghosty, but Abby had mentioned it. I was a bit intrigued. And then she went to Nordic Noir in Iceland. Nordic Noir in Iceland. That's not what it's called. Icelandic Noir? What's the conference? Oh, a whole bunch of people just went to it. Hannah Morrissey was there. May Cobb was there. Lisa Jewell was there. Ruth Ware was there. I'll put it below. Icelandic Noir, maybe? Anyway, she just went to that conference, she like showed the book, and I got very thirsty and jealous, and I wound up buying it last night on Blackwell's. So that happened. And while I was there, because of course I have a giant list of Blackwell's too, wish list, I scoured my wish list just to see if anything had price dropped. And I am on like an unofficial mission to read more Agatha Christie. So I had mentioned I was editing my October part 2 wrap up yesterday, which is absurd, I know, because it's December 3rd now. But I read a book by Harriet Tice, which I was led to by an interview from Alex Michaelides, who was on this All About Agatha podcast, which I'd listened to intermittently and have now binged a whole bunch of. And I'm super excited to get back into some Agatha Christie books. So I picked up one of the books she wrote as Mary Westmacott, and then I picked up Hercule Poirot's Christmas, partially because I was interested in it because Christmas and I thought that would be fun, and partially because it's the stupidest, most beautiful special edition, which I'm going to show you over here. And I definitely spent a lot of time debating that last night, and then I bought it. So that's what happened. That's what happened. But anyway, everything's fine. Everything's good. Everything's cool. We're all good here. As expected, it's pouring rain, pouring on and off. I have no motivation to go out. So I am definitely pulling together returns and things that I need to do. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll feel different in 3 hours from now. I kind of doubt it. Or maybe I'll just go out after work tomorrow night if I feel like it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's not like super critical. I just want to like get stuff done, that kind of a thing, like get stuff off my plate. So we'll see. And then I need to paint my nails. They're progressively falling apart. I forgot, because I sign up for stuff ahead of time, there's another one of those back room events tonight, which I'm excited about, which Hank Phillippi Ryan and Karen Dion do. So I know I've mentioned it before. I'll link it down below for you guys. Tickets are free. It's online. And it's always 4 different authors. It's an interview, and then you get spun out into, it's all on Zoom, separate rooms with the authors, and you can interact and ask questions and all that fun stuff. I, even behind the safety of a Zoom camera, am hyper introverted, so I'm not really one with the questions, but I very much enjoy being a voyeur. So I know Jillian Cantor is one of the guests tonight. Let me get my phone and see who else. I can't think off the top of my head Who else? Who else? Who else? All right. While I scan for this, I will also say I am halfway through episode 9 of The Morning Show. I'm obsessed. I also have to say there's some fantastic music in that show. Very, very good music. So I wound up downloading some music today because of course I did. And let me just get past some of this nonsense. I saw the Zoom link come in this morning. Where are you? Here we go. So it is Jillian Cantor, who wrote The Fiction Writer, who I talked about in my December most anticipated. Cindy Fozzie, who I'm not familiar with Cindy Fozzie. Geneva Rose, Hashtag Crime Time, amongst a whole bunch of other things. And speaking of Geneva Rose, so I have mentioned that website, beautifulbooks.com, beautifulbooks.org. I'll link that down below also. That's the one that led me down the very dangerous path of finding beautiful books. So when I was researching the Poirot book, because of course I had to see if there were different special editions of the book out there before I clicked on the one that I bought, I found out that the new Geneva Rose book, Where the Bodies Are Buried, something about the bodies, I'll pop it up over here, I'm like blanking on the names of stuff, which comes out in April, is going to have a Barnes & Noble special edition. So the whole premise of this is that two sisters are cleaning out their parents' house after they've passed away, and they find a VHS tape. And on the tape, it appears that their parents are maybe burying a body or something, and like the tape cuts out. So they have to find out if their parents were like murderers, I guess. So the special edition looks like a VHS tape, and there's a case, and like the book comes out of it. I want to say it's autographed. And I think there's an author's note in it also, but it's exclusive to Barnes & Noble. So yeah, you know what I'm going to be buying. Seriously, a special edition. And you guys know I'm a sucker for it. So Geneva Rose is going to be on this, talking about Hashtag Crime Time. And then Jessica Strouser, who has written, I want to say like 4 books, kind of more in domestic suspense, I think. I haven't read any of her books. She used to be the editor-in-chief of Writer's Digest, which is how I was familiar with her. I used to go to their conferences. I used to subscribe to their magazine. I just read it online now. So she's going to be on it as well. So that's what's up for tonight. But yes, I watched more Morning Show last night, and I was so tired. I just couldn't stay up. And I don't even know if I had like 15 minutes left in episode 9, but I just couldn't do it. But it's so good. And then episode 10 is the end. So I think tonight, actually, no, I don't know. Because this backroom event usually goes till like 9 o'clock. So I don't know. We'll see where I am at the end, because I'm really trying to get to sleep earlier, because I am going to continue my writing before work routine that I started in November. So we'll see. Either way, I'm going to finish it. But it's really, really good. If I don't catch up with you guys until noon, you get a big catch up. I'm going to make myself some lunch because I think I have lost my mind. So, all right. I'll keep you guys posted on how it's going.
Hi friends. The outdoor footage here might be brief because it's rainy and it's icky and it's cold and I want to go home. But clearly I braved the great outdoors. It's not terrible at all. It's just like whatever. But the thought process, which actually worked out well, was like maybe a whole bunch of people won't be out today because it's gross out. And that's pretty much what happened. So got my returns done, and because it maybe totally so happens to be in the same shopping center as Barnes & Noble, I never know where to look on the iPhone. I totally went to Barnes & Noble. So not bad. I bought a book. I actually went in for a magazine, which I'll show you when I get home. And I got a Christmas card, so it was productive. I mean, it was all productive. It's all fine. It's all fine. It's all fine. I didn't find anything really exciting, though. I don't know. There were a lot of people there, though, which is great for Barnes & Noble, but not fun when you're just trying to browse. I will say I saw a bunch of books that haven't come out yet, out early, which if I was buying them at it, like They had The Other Mothers by Catherine Faulkner, which I just got from Book of the Month, which I told you guys about. They had The Fiction Writer by Jillian Cantor, which I told you is coming out. She's part of the event tonight. I actually got the audiobook of that, so I wasn't going to go ahead and buy the fiction book, the physical book, until I listen to it, and then if I love it, then I'll probably want it for my collection. That's like a Rebecca Gothic, but in Malibu. And I believe I talked about that in my November new releases, and I think they moved the date because it's supposed to come out Tuesday. So it's all in my December video. It's totally fine. It's fine. It's fine. You can't, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So I'm going to go home is what I'm going to do. It is 4:27. Dude, it's dark out. I don't know why I'm so surprised. It happens every year, and I don't know why I'm being such a baby about it, and I can't one-handedly put my seatbelt on. You guys. All right. So I'm glad I came out. I'm glad I got that done. That was a big, just like chore off my list. The ladies at the store, I can't one-handedly do this, were fantastic and wonderful and lovely, and I'm going to go home. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay. Am I? Yep. Way too low. I still feel kind of low. Hold on. This feels both better, but maybe not better. I don't know. This is where we're at. This is where we're at. Is this where we're at? This is where we're at. Okay. Protected from the rain. Home again. Freedom. All right. So, successful trip. Glad I went. Glad I got that chore done. I hate dealing with returns, you know, but it's a fact. It's a fact of life when you online shop and need to try stuff on. So, it's my Barnes & Noble bag. These are my eyeglasses, and we're good. Okay, so Barnes & Noble first, and it's your lucky day because I got an Olive & June package. Okay, that I bought. So, don't get too excited. I mean, you can, but anyway. So, I got a Christmas card, which I'm going to put over there. So, the book I got is called Fit to Die, and this is by Daniel Calla, and it's like a nice big floppy paperback. If I'm gonna read a paperback, this is my preferred version. Why don't they all come this way, right? So I saw this in the bookstore, could have been a couple months ago during a browse, and I will tell you the number one reason why I almost bought it the first time and the number one reason why I bought it this time is it is blurbed on the back by my friend Jennifer Hillier. My friend. She's not my friend. She's just one of my favorite people. So it says, hardly anyone these days is immune to the pressures of diet culture. Do you want to know what it's about first? Maybe you should know what it's about first, because otherwise her comment's not going to make sense. She blurbed it on the back, and she said, electrifying, ripped from the headlines thriller will keep your heart racing from the first page to the very last. So this is about online body shaming, toxic diet pills, a vulnerable mega celebrity, and a rapidly rising body count. So we have a track star is found dead after an overdose in his bedroom. And then we have a toxicologist is noticing a growing number of overdoses among bodybuilders and people with eating disorders, including the co-owner of a wildly popular wellness center with locations in Vancouver and LA. And then we have a world famous pop star, social media influencer, and a whole bunch of other stuff that goes with it. So I don't know, but I'm very intrigued. Jennifer Hillier tells me to do something. I'm such a easily influenced person. I also love the crap out of this cover. I think it's such a good cover. So stay tuned. I'm still working on my 10 till the end, but we'll see where this one fits in. Also, before my polish looked like garbage, it matched this. So anyway, this is what I wound up getting. It was a buy one, get one. And when I tell you I circled those tables like 10 times, my store doesn't do the best job on the buy one, get ones. And then I spent a pretty penny because I wanted it on the new issue of People magazine, which I have not bought an issue of People magazine in forever. Why is it like the width of a bookmark and costs a lot more? So Shannon Doherty's on the cover. I am a diehard Shannon Doherty fan. Always have been, always will be. So she has a new podcast that starts, I think, this coming week of me filming this. And I have been a fan of hers, not like since Little House, but I remember her from Little House. But I remember that show Our House, which I did not enjoy, but I liked her. But Heathers was really my turning point. And then when I saw that she showed up on Beverly Hills 90210, I was like, holy crap, I have to watch this show. And it's been all uphill from there for me. So huge Shannon Doherty fan. I've seen some snippets of this interview, which I'm very curious about. She has stage 4 cancer. It has spread, last I heard, to her bones and to her brain. It's a terrible, terrible story. I just find her to be very interesting. I feel like there's been so much misconception, and I just really like her, and I really wanted to read this story. And then I'm just like looking very quickly. There's not much to this because there's not much magazine, but there's an Ariana Madix for all you Vanderpumpers out there, and it looks like she wrote another cocktail book, Single AF Cocktails. Good for her, man. Good for her. There's a Jennifer Garner in here. So anyway, but I was debating subscribing to People. I will tell you, the one thing I miss the most in the world is the People crossword puzzle. It was my favorite thing in the entire world to do. Also kind of funny that Jenna Ortega is here, considering all the Scream drama that's going on. But anyway, I was thinking maybe I would treat myself to a People magazine subscription, because I think on a weekly basis it doesn't cost that much, and why not? So anyway, this is what I went in for. I knew it came out and I wanted to get it. But anyway, all right, let's look at Olive and June. So it is no secret that I am obsessed with Olive and June. They're my go-to for all things nail polish. They had some spectacular Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Cyber Week extravaganza deals. And again, like marketer's dream, Jennifer Hillier, if there's a gift with purchase, I'm like, let me figure out how to spend the money to get the most out of the gift. So they had 2 different gifts with purchase in that you got, if you spent like, I don't know what the first threshold was. I don't know if it was like a with any order, or like if you spent $20, you got 2 polishes, and if you spent $40, you got 4 polishes. So I went back on to get one polish in particular, which has been out of stock, which they wrap wonderfully in bubble wrap, but this is going to be loud, so hold on. I should do it all at once so you don't have to have me pause each time. So originally, I just was going to order, they got CN back in stock, which is like a brown, and now I'm like, maybe I'll do this tonight. I was going to go totally against type and do this milky one, but maybe since this is here, maybe I'll do this tonight. So anyway, I went for this, and then they had their get stuff. And I was like, you know what I would make fantastic use of is their serum set, which got me to the double threshold to get all the free stuff. So I got foot serum. I've tried all of these products already, which I'm a big fan of. The Heel Balm, my feet need a lot of love, which I haven't been giving them. And then their hand serum, which is their regular hand lotion, which I use all the time. And their cuticle oil, which I use a lot and need to use it more because my hands don't look their best. And then I bought something else. Did I get 2 of the same thing? I think I bought something and then it came with, oh, you know what? The nail strengthener I think came with the, no, maybe I bought it. Maybe I bought these 2 and then the free gift included a nail strengthener. So hold on, then there's colors. Colors coming too. Okay, so one of these looks totally up my alley and the other is definitely a stretch for me. So up my alley is Thanks, it's Olive and June. These are both limited edition colors. This is like a, kind of like a mulberry, which now I'm like, maybe I'll do this tonight. So this is like a darker brown. Oh, this is not gonna work, is it? I'll list the colors down below. This is kind of like a purpley mulberry, kind of looks like Plaza, which I'm excited about. And then this kind of like bubblegummy pink quick dry color, which is called Show Off, which might be nice on the toes. I don't know if I'll like it on my fingers, but it's a quick dry, so it's worth the try. And then I got a nail brightener, which I've never tried before, which it's free, so that's fun. And then another nail strengthener, which is great because I need it because my nails are, did I mention garbage? Because they are. So not just because they're chipping, but also because I broke a few of them. They're just delicate flowers. Delicate flowers. So anyway, that is what came in the mail today, and I'm super excited about it. I love me an Olive and June box, but now Libra brain is like, what to do, what to do, what to do. This one's called It's Chilly. I don't know, friends. I don't know. Stay tuned. They're all long lasting, which isn't bad, but like, I plan to paint my nails during the back room writing event tonight, author event tonight. So that starts, it's 5 o'clock now, that starts at 7. So I'm going to get cracking on my nightly routine because I would like to be donezo by the time this thing starts, because I like to just sit down and listen, and I want to paint my nails while I'm watching, and I will be off camera. So I would not be on camera painting my nails at this kind of an event, but anyway, that's what's up. So I am feeling good about the weekend. I need to go back to my to-do list. I mean, I shouldn't say I made a good dent in it. I did a brain dump, which was like a page and then like a quarter of a page. It's just like all the things. But I did get a reel up today, pushing, promoting, sharing my video on my December new releases. I need to finish my Nano week 4 reel. It's only a couple days late. It's totally fine. And I have some other content-y stuff. I got my video uploaded. I just need to do the YouTube-y things. And yeah, I mean, I feel good about kind of moving some stuff around, getting a box started with some clothing donations, getting like identifying some stuff that like needs to be trashed, that needs to go. And not like I had garbage hanging around my house, but like things to be recycled, that kind of stuff to get out of here. So anyway, it was productive. It just was like not the course I thought the day was going to take, but I feel like that's also typical. So tomorrow's Monday. Does anybody else not want to go to work tomorrow? I don't want to go to work tomorrow, but hopefully it'll be a good week. The beginning of last week was bonkers. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. Hopefully less bonker. I'm going to get cracking on my stuff. So I think this might be it for us, friends. I don't know, you'll see. If you're looking at the video and there's a lot more time afterwards, then you know I'm going to come back tomorrow with something else. But for the sake of completionist, I'm going to call it a day, a night, a vlog. But thanks for hanging out with me this weekend. I know it was, you know, typical me, but hopefully everyone's doing great. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for bearing with me during NaNoWriMo. I'm really, really excited about my writing. I really am. I'm kind of terrified of what lies ahead, of the work that lies ahead, but I'm excited to be doing it. Everything I wanted out of Nano, in the sense of reestablishing a habit, getting excited about the story I was telling, starting to build a writer's community, because I really haven't done a good job of that at all. And even just the 1 month of doing these write-ins with this group where our host is on camera, but we're all off camera, is game-changing because people just get it in a different way. And it's just so interesting to be in it with people and then to have the encouragement of other people. And you just have to say like one thing and like people are like, yep, I totally get that. Yep, I've been there. Oh, have you done that before? And then people are like, hey, has anyone ever lived in Switzerland? You know, does anyone know about X? I have a question about sailing. And someone's like, oh, I know someone who sails. Let me connect you with them. Like, the generosity of the community has been amazing. And like, I'm not surprised. I just never took the time. So I'm really excited about it. And I'm going to continue doing the write-ins the 2 days a week Sisters in Crime does it. And then just continue working. And we'll see kind of where I am at the end of the year. So I'm just going to hold on to that year-end goal. I would, like I said, would love to get the draft done and then figure out how I can get books back in my life. It's not going to be as, I don't know, maybe I was going to say it's not going to be as obsessive. So we'll see. But anyway, I could talk all night and nobody needs that. So thank you guys for being here, for watching, for hanging out, for being so supportive. And I will see you guys in another video soon. I hope whenever it goes up, I will be back for sure. All right. Thanks everybody. Bye.